Baldness. So, you're going bald. Your hairline's pulling a Usain Bolt, sprinting back like it's chasing a world record. Society calls it a loss, but from a stat perspective, it's a hidden buff. First of all, baldness is often linked with higher levels of testosterone, the hormone behind muscle growth, dominance behavior, drive, and overall competitive edge. Studies show bald men tend to have higher circulating DHT, the supercharged version of testosterone. Less hair, more power per unit. Second, there's a literal aerodynamic advantage. Less drag, better heat dissipation, more efficient performance under pressure. There's a reason why elite swimmers, fighters, and cyclists often go full chrome dome, because friction is the enemy and baldness is the cheat code. But here's the real kicker: confidence. Going bald forces a full identity respec. You can't hide behind hair, your style, your posture, your presence. It all has to level up. And when it does, you become unshakable. The bald buff isn't about looks, it's about signal. You're done playing defense. You've already evolved. So next time someone jokes about your shiny head, just smile. That glare? It's not just light, it's status. You're not losing hair, you're unlocking beast mode. Autism. This buff gets treated like a flaw. Most people don't know that autistic people discovered evolution, changed physics forever, and made rockets land back on Earth. That doesn't exactly sound like a debuff to me. Autism gets labeled fast, socially awkward, emotionally distant, maybe even broken. That's the narrative, but it's built on the wrong patch notes. The autistic brain doesn't just hear words, it hears patterns, tone inconsistencies, truth leaks. While others get lost in social theatrics, autistic players cut through to the source code where meaning lives. Forget small talk. This build prioritizes data integrity over social niceties. It's not a bug, it's a firewall. You're not glitching, you're optimizing every second of interaction. Ever met someone who turns obsession into mastery? That's not a flaw. That's the God-tier focus module kicking in. When an autistic player locks onto a topic, the XP bar fills fast and deep. And because they don't waste energy on social side quests, their progress is raw, real, and exponential. Autism isn't a defect in the game. It's a secret character class. Low charisma, sure, but with maxed out perception and truth detection. That's not a debuff. That's a whole new game mode. Blindness. Being blind sounds like the ultimate nerf. No vision, no visuals, no interface. But when one sense gets patched out, the others get upgraded fast. Blind players often unlock a hidden perception skill, echolocation. By snapping fingers, tapping canes, or even clicking their tongues, they build mental maps of the world using reflected sound. Researchers have documented blind individuals riding bikes, hiking trails, even playing sports using nothing but audio feedback and spatial memory. It's not magic, it's mechanics, but it doesn't stop there. Blindness unlocks sharper hearing, refined touch sensitivity, and an internal compass that guides them without needing visual input. Their brain runs a different OS, designed to optimize every available byte of sensory data. And there's a deeper buff too: attention. Sighted people are bombarded with visual noise 24/7. Blind users don't waste energy filtering distractions. They listen harder, remember better, and feel more. The absence of sight rewires the brain, creating a stronger network of sensory intelligence. So yeah, you might think blindness removes a key system, but what it really does, it forces your brain to evolve, hard and fast. In the right hands, it's not a debuff. It's the trigger for unlocking true perception. Being ugly. Crooked nose, unclear skin, bad symmetry. You're ugly. The nerf hits early. Fewer likes, less validation. Doors don't open as easily. But here's the twist. That debuff builds something most people never unlock: resistance to superficial rewards. When you're not born with the beauty perk, you're forced to upgrade other stats: humor, empathy, creativity, work ethic, presence. You're not invited into rooms for your looks. You have to earn your space. That grind rewires your confidence. It's not built on compliments. It's built on core. And there's another buff most people miss: invisibility. When society sleeps on you, you're free to move undetected. No expectations, no pressure. You get to surprise people. You get to build without the weight of the spotlight. Ever notice how some of the most magnetic people weren't good looking as kids? That's the secret. They had to develop everything else. And when the glow up hits, it's backed by real depth. Being ugly isn't just a nerf, it's the fast track to self-definition. No filters, no faking. Just high rep sets in the gym of self-worth. In a world that overvalues appearances, being ugly is a stealth build for something permanent. Growing up poor. Having no money feels like spawning in on hardcore mode. No starter pack, no safety net, no backup saves. Just you, glitching through the system with half the gear and double the threats. But hidden in that struggle is a rare buff, extreme resourcefulness. When every dollar matters, you learn to stretch your money. Nothing goes to waste. Poor kids become natural problem solvers. They MacGyver their way through life with duct tape, instinct, and pure necessity. You don't Google solutions, you invent them. And then there's grit. You don't build that in comfort. You build it when the power gets shut off, when you wear the same shoes for 2 years, when you learn how to smile with an empty fridge behind you. That's not weakness, that's a buff. Rich kids load in with armor, but poor kids level up with timing, endurance, and strategy. By the time others face their first real obstacle, you've already mastered survival mechanics. It's not fair, it's not easy, but it sharpens you into something the system didn't plan for. Someone who can make it without any help. Growing up poor doesn't just make you tough. No matter what version of life loads next, you're already prepared. Acne, it hits you hard. Your face becomes a battlefield. Every mirror feels like a judgment screen. People treat you like you're contagious, dirty, broken, but zoom out and the truth flips. Acne might just be a visual indicator of an overpowered immune system. Here's how it works. Acne is caused by inflammation, and inflammation is triggered by an immune response. Your body is reacting hard, maybe too hard, but that's not always a bad thing. An active, high-sensitivity immune system can mean your defenses are running hot, keeping out threats faster and harder than others. It's not just about skin. Studies show that people with acne-prone skin may be less likely to show signs of aging later. That's right, the same system that betrays you now could bless you later. And let's be real, acne forces early psychological leveling. You either fold or you develop self-worth independent of appearance. You get stronger socially, emotionally, and mentally because you have to. Confidence becomes skill-based, not face-based. Acne isn't just teenage chaos. It's a physical sign that your body fights hard and regenerates fast. You're not cursed. You're just running a high-performance engine with a loud startup sequence. Being too skinny. Look like a skeleton? Welcome to being skinny. It's a world where everyone laughs at you until they realize you're running speed, finesse, and endurance on max settings. Being underweight gets you clowned. You're fragile, weak, blown away by the wind. But here's what people miss. Lower body mass means faster acceleration, higher agility, and better stamina. Sprinters, climbers, dancers, martial artists. A ton of top-tier roles favor lean builds. And then there's metabolism. Fast-burning bodies process food like it's fuel, not storage. You recover faster, fatigue slower, and age better. You're literally optimized for motion. The social debuff is real though. People treat skinny like a flaw, like you're underdeveloped. But what you're really rocking is the stealth class. Smaller size, tighter control, quicker reactions. It's like playing a game where you're harder to hit and quicker to strike. And when you do level up in strength or size, you're not starting from zero, you're starting from precision. Being skinny isn't a flaw. It's a streamlined, high-output setup. The only thing fragile is people's understanding of what power actually looks like. Parentless childhood. You are alone, no help, zero fallback, no warm hand to catch you when the world drops. That's not childhood, that's survival mode. And while it scars, it also builds something most people never develop. You learn early that comfort isn't coming, so you become your own guide, your own protector, your own damn adult. While others are still figuring out how to cope with life's loadouts, you've already been running missions solo. There's no one to bail you out, so every decision carries real weight. You grow up fast because the game doesn't wait. And yes, it's lonely, but solitude also builds focus. You stop seeking validation because none is coming. Instead, you craft your identity brick by brick, without hand-me-down values or secondhand dreams. The world won't pity you. And that's part of the gift. You get used to being underestimated. You stop depending on support. Parentless childhood doesn't just make you tough. It turns you into a system-aware player who knows how to rebuild from zero. You've already lived without a map. That means no terrain will ever truly scare you again.